like I didn't know how much I should lean into this. It's hard to explain, but I didn't put a whole lot of value on it coming into it. And so like what is a national championship? I get these are questions that I really started to go through in my head on what is a national championship? Well, that is sanctioned by a group of people.
Okay.
Like, okay, so how much value do we put on a sanctioning group on what is legit or not, right? Like, I guess you could say, hey, we're going to make the world championship here in my hometown of Bass Lake. One person's going to come. I'm going to sanction it. I'm the world champion. You know what I mean? Like, well, like how, like, there's this weird gray area of like, how respected is the organization? How renowned is it? And I didn't know anything about the ultra scene or WUCA, which is the World Ultra Cycling Association. I didn't really know anything about it. I wasn't into that scene.
Okay.
And so like I just when we finished, I there wasn't like this whole like celebration of it being a national championship. And this kind of gets into a weird thing, but it was actually the 508 is ran by one group of people, and WUCA oversees and sanctions, the
Right.
championship and some of this other stuff. But there's sort of two different entities. And so the race organization was like, you won the 508. And I'm like, I don't really care about the 508. I care about the national championship. And so like, um, anyways, I once I got the jersey, and I put it on and I rode it for the first time, something changed, and
You
it was
felt
like,
something, I know.
I mean, it's palpable. Like it was a feeling that was measurable, and when I put on that jersey, and it meant something. Like, look, I'm American, and so the stars and stripes should, I guess, always mean something to me. But that's wearing stars and stripes. You can only really do that if there is serious significance attached to it, right? Like it's would be weird if I just went out in a stars and stripes suit and was just like, I love America. And it's like, I'm not trying to be not patriotic, but that's something that I would never really think of doing, because I didn't serve in the military. Like I don't have this attachment to like wearing that. But now that I'm a national champion, it's the stars and stripes, those colors, like it means so much. And it honestly gives me this like superpower. When I wear that jersey, I feel invincible. um
Wow.
I feel so proud. And like, okay, you could say, well, there wasn't that many people at the start line, right? I think there was like 15 people who entered the open. um but anyone coulda, like just because you didn't show
Exactly.
up doesn't mean,
Exactly.
that it's any less important. And the thing is, okay, like in a 1 hour crit race, anyone can be there, right? Like anyone can finish a 1 hour crit race. Like, yeah, you might not be able to win, like it's going to be hard to win, but you can compete. 508 miles, can you even finish? Right? It's not even a can,
You're right.
can I compete? Can I look for a win? Is this even something I physically can do? And so, man, it's just changed how I feel about myself. Like that I have found this athletic endeavor in which I excel at, and that it feels so right with my body. And so, you know, next year, like I definitely want to repeat. I want to be a 2-time, 3-time, 5-time, 10-time national champion.
Nice.
I also want to go for the 24-hour worlds, which 24-hour worlds is always held in the same place, which is close to me. And so people from all over the world come in. And now this is a
Okay.
little bit different because it's 24 hours, and how far can you go, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's a smaller
it's
loop and you just do it 1,000 times.
yeah, and it's like all time trial, right? So that's not really my strong suit. Like I would prefer, a race that's got 100,000 feet of climbing. Like, let's just stay on road bikes and let's climb all day long. Which next year, actually, the national championship will probably be in Utah, and it will be a much more climbing style race, which suits me a little more. But anyways, doesn't matter. Like, I still want to go into Worlds, and I want to see if I could become a fucking world champion, which would be just unbelievable. And so, also the thing is, like, as you get older, I'm 36, endurance and slow twitch actually become like you peak, right? And so my fast twitch, my sprint, my youthfulness, that's gone, and so where should I put my time and my energy? And it's like, well, one, I don't really sleep that well. Like, I'm a night owl, just like genetically, right? If I could, I would be up all night and sleep all day. Well, so that's like a superpower when it comes to ultras. That
right
at 1 in the morning, I'm like pumped. I'm like getting
let's get it on
and dopamine and so yeah, man, it's just been so crazy. It's a total crazy thing to go from that. I started riding bicycles at like 25 as just like a thing to do to get light for jiu-jitsu. So I was
yeah, I know the story. Yeah,